Special edition of the National Football Show, Big Sills, game day. Game day, baby. You ready? You feel it? Eagles and Skins, baby. This is a playoff game, plain and simple. You lose, you're out. Start talking about the 2022 April draft. This is it. 60 minutes of football. Don't think about the Giants this weekend. Don't think about the fact you could be 8-7 by Sunday night. Nobody cares. Let's go. Champions right now are made in December. It's game day. I don't care it's Tuesday. I don't care that the game was postponed. I don't care where you play the frickin' thing. Let's go play 60 minutes of football to determine who's going to be the final seed in the NFC playoff race. You got everything laid out in front of you. Let's go get it. No excuses, like Gary Cobb said yesterday. No excuses. You know, I went on this excuse machine, which is known as Twitter. Well, we got jobbed. Who gives a shit? It's about playing football tonight. Winning. Solidifying your position as the quarterback of the future. A coach who's been questioned in his play calling. An organization who's been questioned in their decision making. All on the line tonight. All on the line tonight. I'm so throttled to see. Okay? I'm so throttled to see that the Eagles are playing meaningful football in December. This is great. Let's go! Holy cow, man. I love game day. I do. I love game day. All right, guys. Hey, you've been spectacular. Xander's just telling me, man, I mean, the way the show's grown is because of all you guys. You guys have found us, and we're so privileged to talk to you during this Christmas week. God bless everybody, too, okay? Honestly, man, I hope your holidays are going great. Hope all the things in your lives are going great. And what a treat for us in this country to have football on Tuesday night. That's how I look at it. This is a treat. This is like an extra Christmas present under the tree here for us. Not too cool for the players, but for us, it's good, right? Man, God's great that I live in a country like this. I get Tuesday football. Man, I love it. Guys, please like the show. Let's start it out with that. I always do that. You guys are just destroying the like button for me. You know that, how I do the show. If you're new to it, just sit back. I've got a couple topics here. I want to roll this into you. We got Barrett Brooks at the bottom of the hour. Barrett's taking time out of his busy schedule today to jump on with us. We're so grateful. Mike Quick will join us tomorrow. We are set up these next 48 hours to talk Eagle and NFL football, NFC East. I'm so excited. Here's where we start, though. This has got to be Jalen Hurts' biggest game of his NFL career. You know, when people say, is he the future of the team? Games like this determine it. You win, everything takes care of itself, doesn't it? Everything will take care of itself. Isn't it funny that the kryptonite for everything in life is winning? Could have a bad coach, could have a bad manager, could have a bad boss. But if you're winning, it's the cologne that makes all the smell go away. That's what this is about here. It's been 23 days, I think, since Jalen played a game, right, with his ankle injury. And by all reports, he's going to play tonight. We would agree this is his biggest game, right? May I throw a little caveat into tonight's game? If Hurts starts to struggle early, should Nick Sirianni make the switch to Gardner Minshew? Guys, the playoffs are on the line here. The playoffs are on the line. And if we start to see he's a little banged up, because remember something, the Eagles' leading rusher is the quarterback. If he's not 100%, it's not like a guy with a bad wheel or he's got an injured knee or an ankle injury from a guy who wins games from the pocket. He can win with his arm. Jalen doesn't win games with his arm. He wins games with his legs, his feet. What should we do? I'm not sitting here saying we should have a short hook for him. But what I am saying is, this is the playoffs. This game determines the playoffs. You have a shot, again, that you let slip through your fingers a couple weeks ago in the Meadowlands when you let that Giant game get away. Got to win this game. Opportunity to be 8-7 come Sunday night would be amazing. With two left to play, you're almost assured a shot to get into the postseason. If he struggles, man, do you yank him? Whew, that's a tough question. His biggest game of his career, the pressure that is on him. Injuries in the offensive line, or COVID, whatever you want to, and however you want to assign COVID now. Do you look at it as an injury? Guy's not going to be out there, so I kind of look at it as an injury, right? You're not out there, you're not out there. I mean, it's like an injured player. If he's struggling, do you yank him for Minshew? Knowing full well you can't go back to Jalen. That's a tough one. I want to debate this, guys, with you. So you're new to the program. Sit back and watch everyone else. You guys add so much content to the program. We go back and forth. We have conversations. And let's start her off here. DeSante says, very tough question. I know, bro, I know. I'm sitting here going like this. Man, if he's just sucking, man, is it a short leash or do you just run through the tape with him? Do you run through the tape? Carl says, don't let third-string quarterback gain confidence. Put pressure on him right away. By the way, I've broken down a little bit of what the Eagles have to do, in my opinion, today to win this ball game. I'm gonna hit on it here in a second. I actually wrote out a small game plan. Paul says whoever the quarterback is, the O-line must play well. Philly says, what are you drinking tonight? Homie, Corona. Big Still's a Corona, man. I'll be watching that game, drinking Coronas. X says, halftime switch if he's off. Can't lose this game, right, guys? No disrespect to Jalen. By the way, this is not a shade conversation on Jalen. Guys, this is about winning football games. You know, maybe yesterday we got a little bit off track where people thought that I was taking shots at you guys. I'm not, because of Wentz and how well his team is playing. I'm not, guys. Okay? Remember something about football. This is a group test. This is not an SAT test. Everybody's got to play well. Okay? Know this. Everybody's got to play well. You know, when you're taking your boards or you're taking your SATs, you know, no cheating. No. Hey, this is a group test. We all have to succeed. We're all in this. So we all got to play well. Defense has to play well. X says this is a playoff game. It's a must win. Big Sills was loving Wentz yesterday. No, I like the story, actually, Philly. I like the story of what's happening in Indianapolis. Frank Reich took a chance on Carson Wentz, and it's working. Don't you root for success? For others, I do. Devonta Smith has a career game tonight. Book it. He needs to. Okay? David says, I think we can beat them without Jalen tonight if he's hurt. All right, let me get a little bit into this game tonight. I wrote this down. Listen, guys, I'm going to throw this out to you, and I do not want anybody to start giving me COVID talk or anything about, Washington, the Redskins having so many players out, because personally I don't give a shit. But here's how I look at it. I'm going to take advantage of every single position that doesn't have their frontline guys and these guys that have been out because of COVID, and I'm going to attack it. There's a reason you're a second-team guy. The approach tonight should be, just like in New England when Belichick goes after the dumbest dude on the field. That's what he does. This is exactly what Philadelphia has to do tonight. Attack the areas of the football team that have been decimated with COVID. I would. Okay? They're missing a ton of dudes, Washington. Now, they're going to get a bunch of guys back. From what I understand, Daniel Snyder's got a private plane waiting in the wings here. And if they get the okay, there's going to be a boatload of guys that are going to be able to play tonight. But until then, as far as I'm concerned, I'm attacking every single weakness that you possibly have on your football team. You're going to have second and third stringers in many of the areas tonight. Attack it. This is what I do not want to see by the Eagles tonight. Do not start slow. Start fast. Move fast. Do exactly what Indy did to the Patriots. Start fast. I have no idea who's playing at quarterback. Kyle Allen, Heineke, I don't care. You could have Joe Theismann playing. Start fast. None of that meandering into games like the Eagles like to do. No excuses. DeSante, you're right. Okay? You're exactly right. Chad says, I don't know why both games tonight are at the same time. I'm with you. What's that other game tonight? Seattle and the Rams? Why would you play it both so late in the afternoon or early in the afternoon, both at the same time? I like the way they staggered it last night. I like the way they did that. Chalk It Up Sports Philly. Tonight's the night. We get in some shit. Deep cover, incognito. We're going to do it all tonight. X says JG is going against a third-string quarterback. Better not screw this thing up. Jonathan Gannon, man, needs to be a little tougher, in my opinion, up the middle tonight because Washington's going to run the ball. Washington's going to do everything they can to run the ball. Shock and awe. Don't let them gain confidence. Absolutely. Okay? I don't care who's starting. But one of the things that the Eagles are notorious for is starting slow. I don't care if you have 3 and outs. As long as you're moving the chains. What you don't want to do is have a Carson Wentz, Philadelphia Eagle 3rd and out. You know what that is. It's 3rd and 14. You're in your own area, and you haven't gained any yardage at all, and you have a shitty punt. You give Washington a short field, they go down, score a field goal or a touchdown. Can't have that. If you have a 3 and out and you gain 9 yards and you have good special teams tonight, you could keep moving the clock, moving the chains. Eventually, it's going to pay off because you have to have patience tonight. Will Nick Sirianni have the patience tonight? Okay? Eastside Monster, we need to smash their mouths in. That's right. Kick them in the head tonight. Not feeling sorry for anybody with this COVID stuff. Hey, do you think anybody gave a shit about the Philadelphia Eagles and the fact that the Eagles were probably the most hosed team in all these postponements? There is no question Philadelphia has been jobbed in this. But like I said to open the show, I don't care. Let's go play. Okay? Coming off a bye. Thank God. By the way, thank God you had the bye with 3 games in 13 days. Thank God you had the bye, in my opinion. You got lucky because you just had a bye week and you're going to need all that rest that you had going into this next 2 weeks. It's a pretty big deal here, guys. 3 games in 13 days and divisional games at that. Holy shit. Carl says, will they be rusty? Carl, when you run the ball, how much rust can you possibly have? I think rusty always comes into those teams like the Rams. You know, when you have a boatload of skilled players and you've got a timing offense, the Eagles are not a timing offense. The Eagles are line it up and let's go beat the hell out of you. DeSante says, will Hurts have the patience tonight? I think it's Sirianni. Will he have the patience to stick with the run game? Okay? JAKIB Sports Philly. The offensive line is going to be firing on all cylinders tonight. Let the dogs go and let them off the leash. I'm with you. I think that's exactly right. Let's line this thing up and let's go play some ball, man. You have got to attack Washington with your strength. None of this dinking and dunking. None of that. They have got to do a better job, in my opinion. And what I mean I mean Sirianni and his offensive play callers have to do a better job on first and second down. They don't manage first and second down very well. They don't. How many times have we seen that football team in 3rd and 8? B. Costello, I wish all-night games started at 7 p.m. Could actually see more football. JAKIB Sports Philly. Seals, you got me fired up. Dude, it's game day. How could you not be? And again, guys, please follow me when I tell you this. This is not about anything to do with Jalen's feelings tonight. The topic that I threw at you, I mean, seriously, guys, if he's not playing well, I go into that halftime and I go, we're going to make a change here. We got to win the game. Maybe he's not completely healthy. You know, he is nicked up going into this game. Maybe he'll be even healthier for the next game against New York on Sunday. Right? Dante, Big Sills, what's good? It's game day, baby. That's what's good. Eddie says Hurts going to be a check down Jalen tonight. Yeah, I'm all right with that, Eddie, as long as they're running the ball at 5 yards a clip. You want to be a check down guy? Make sure you're running the sticks and moving the sticks, right? Like I said, guys, tonight, I think this is about Sirianni being patient. He wasn't patient with the Giants in the Meadowlands. Not at all, he wasn't. Cost him a game, plus the turnovers. Then they panicked, started throwing from behind. Can't do that. When you're a running attack, you have got to take the page of what the Patriots did against the Bills and then what the Colts did versus the Patriots this past Saturday. Frank Reich was so patient. Unbelievably patient. MJP says 17-9 Eagles. Just play normal strategy, no turnovers. I love it. I got 27-17, actually. I got 27-17 Eagles tonight over Washington. Paul says IHOP is open. The Mulata pancakes, baby. They're there for all. I love that. The pancakes. Oh, my God. The Philly pancake. We got the Philly special. Now we got the Philly pancake. JAKIB says, give Hurts a half. If he's turning over the football, it's his last game. Yank him. That smile. Bianca says, I don't give a damn what they do as long as we get 4 or 5 yards of play, first and second. That's right. Managing first and second down. Okay? Managing first and second down. We agreed this is Jalen's biggest game of his Eagle career, correct? I would possibly say that this is the biggest game that Jalen has played since the Southeastern Conference Championship game that he came in and saved. That's a big game for him. Eyeballs will be watching. Decisions, if not already that have been made about his future, can be changed and altered. You don't think the plan has changed in Miami with Tua Tagovailoa? I do. Tua now has given the Dolphins an opportunity to go like this. Do we keep him? Or has Tua played himself into being a first-round commodity and we go get Deshaun Watson? That's what Tagovailoa's done. They're 7-7 now. It's been a hell of a job by Brian Flores and the Miami Dolphins. They kept their patience. They totally kept their patience. Ken, God bless everyone for sure, man, on this Christmas week. No doubt about it. Pro says this. Who the fuck cares about Washington? Don't even have a team name. That's why I call them the Redskins. They didn't change their name. They think we're stupid. They think we're stupid. Well, we're not going to just use the name. That's not changing the name. We have officially changed our name to the Washington team. Well, then you didn't change your name. You didn't change your name, bro. Carl says, as Jalen says, it's an opportunity. This is so big. Please don't start slow tonight, though. I mean it, man. Please don't start slow. Okay? This has got to be a game where you pull out your best coaching. Everybody's understanding what the urgency is. Yeah, that's it. That's probably the best line. There's got to be a sense of urgency tonight. Okay? Pasquale, all good, brother. Get them birds going tonight. Let's get that place jacked tonight. Best fans on the planet. I mean it, man. I love Chicago, Boston, Philly, all them great fan bases. Ken, you're the best, Dano. We love you, big guy. Thank you. Thank you. Never thought in a million years that I would be on something like this and never want to do radio again. It's crazy. Honestly. Charles says, salute to everyone in the chat and to Big Sills. Fly, Eagles, fly. All the way from the 813. Another great fan base. Charles, let me tell you something, man. You guys started it off in broadcasting for me in Tampa. Number one morning show, not just in sports, but number one morning show, sports talk, for 15 years. I had it. Me and Bubba. That was a fun time, man. Birdman, appreciate you coming aboard. Okay? Let's go. I love that line, man. I love when Brady comes out of the tunnel, too. And Tom Brady's just screaming at 44 years of age. Let's go. Kevin Adams. Love it, man. 3 games in 13 days. 2 Heinekens and Jake Fromm. Dude, this is all good. Here is a bottle of that least garbage Philly nor Washington is making the playoffs. Hey, Cowboy guy, it's all good. Don't have a meltdown on the way to the tape. Big Sills. Does Hurts drop a dud tonight? No, I don't think he does, man. You see Jalen Jefferson come out the tunnel? I did. Hey, gaming. I don't know why, man, but Jalen Reagor, every time that guy has to watch a game when Jefferson's playing, his name trends. One day I wish that Jalen Reagor's name would trend for a 3-touchdown night. Wouldn't that be great? Pasquale, man. Tampa was great to me. That place will always be close to me, even though there's a lot of Gator honks in that city. All right. Guys, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Barrett Brooks is going to join us. He's taking time out of his swamp day to talk some Eagles with us. Game day. Let's go. Barrett Brooks next. You keep it here on the National Football Show.
This is Joe Krause of Krause's Coats, inviting you to donate a slightly worn coat or jacket and help veterans stay warm this winter. Go to Krause's Coats on Facebook to help those who've served. Have a happy holiday.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. One free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
The city of Philadelphia sparkles during the Christmas holiday season with an array of colorful light displays and illuminated Christmas trees, donated or installed for free by the talented electricians of IBEW Local 98. To learn more about who we are, what we do, and career opportunities at IBEW Local 98, visit us at www.ibew98.org.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on three. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
As a hard-working American, you've never experienced how tough life can be until now. A catastrophic injury while working on the job. A personal injury from someone else's negligence. Turned away by other law firms in the region who didn't bother to learn your story. It's time to meet the Fritz & Beyond Cooley Law Firm and managing partner Brian Fritz. Badly injured? Call the Fritz & Beyond Cooley Law Firm. Find out why they say, we got this.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
Welcome back. National Football Show. It's your boy, Big Sills, here on Game Day. Well, I found out something very interesting about Barrett Brooks. He's a pineapple cocktail guy. I'm a margarita kind of guy, too, myself. I like those kind of drinks. Okay, so I don't know what it is, but I like those fruity drinks like pina coladas and all that, too. So, all right, I'm guilty, too. So, pineapple cocktails, man, I love it.
Infused, man. You got to have infused vodka, bro. Infused, man. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread, man. I got ran around the ringer saying, oh, that's a sorority girl's drink. Well, so what? I like it. I like what I like.
Me too, man. Barrett, is tonight's game for Jalen Hurts the biggest game in his Eagle career?
No question. You know, not necessarily from the standpoint of, all right, what this organization is going to think about him. It's more so collectively how this city takes him, because here in Philadelphia, they're atrocious for having the backup quarterback being the most important guy in the city. Well, this is where he can erase all that. He can clear all the air about who's the better quarterback here. and he can get back on to what he set out to do at the beginning of this season, and that was to win this city over, win his coaching staff over, and see if he's the guy going forward. This will be a lot as far as, seeing him, because I know he's going to bounce back. He's going to want to bounce back. But can he bounce back in a fashion that we can forget about the backup quarterback? That's the biggest thing.
How about this other question here, too? Because it is a playoff game. I think you and I both look at it tonight as win or go home here and start worrying about the April draft here. If you see him struggling and he's coming into this game, I know it's been 23 days since he's been on the field in active play. Do you think the coaches are going to have a short leash on him, or do you think that there's going to be some talk about putting Minshew in, especially after the way Minshew was able to get Goddard going, what he did with the Jets, albeit it was the Jets? Do you think it's a short or a long leash tonight that Jalen's going to have?
I think it's a short leash, not because of anything other than this team is trying to make the playoffs. They're trying to go in and prove that they belong. And the only way they can do that is they establish right now that they're all in to win. And, if Jalen Hurts struggles, then they're going to bump their head against the wall, not at this point in the season. They have to win this game in order to think they're going to go forward and be in the playoffs. So he'll have a short leash. And he understands that. He understands he has to have damn near a perfect game going forward. I mean, he has no room for error, really, not just as this franchise being, one that, all right, we love the backup quarterback, but more so just solidify himself with the guys on the team, understand that he is the guy going forward, number one. But number two, him just, putting his team over the top, showing that they can win games. And, I look at the way he's playing, there's not a lot of difference than I saw Five play when he first started out. McNabb started out the same way, the exact same way. So, there's not really a big difference. There's a close there's a closeness on how his career is going and how McNabb started off.
Absolutely here. Barrett, guys like you that played 10 plus years in the league always had routines. And I learned when I was a young player, guys from Ed Jones, JAKIB, people like that. I saw these guys having these routines. How much of this postponement do you think goes into that routine? Is it a plus? Is it a minus? I mean, the Eagles had a bye, which even gives them a little bit more time. They're going to need it with the 3 games in 13 days on the other side of this thing here. Just give me your perspective on how you would adjust your schedule to playing, because all of the guys are on routines.
Well, that's the big thing. Guys are routine-based. And you heard when they first came out that they were going to push the game back, that you saw a couple players go on Twitter and social media be like, oh, man, this isn't fair, yada, 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 yada. We just got to think of it like this. You're going there to play. Now, I would have been pissed off, but, I eventually got over it because I'm a creature of habit. Everything leads up to game day. I got in a cold whirlpool this amount of time, the hot whirlpool this amount of time. I got this treatment on this day. I watched film on this day. I did this on that day. I'm already out of sorts because I was in a bye week. Now that I'm back, I want to get back into the same routine. I want to get back into that to what works for me. And this just delays it even further. So I can see what they're saying, but it was something that, number one, the players union, they said, they agreed to it because they're not just the players union for the Eagles. There's also the players union for the Washington football team, the players union for the Cleveland Browns, the players union for the Rams, all these teams that, had COVID issues, so they had to represent them just like they represented the Eagles. So they agreed upon this just so they can get a game. And the network, we knew the network wasn't going to allow them not to play a game. I mean, that was going to happen. There's going to be no forfeiting because, number one, the players get paid if they forfeit, and the team that gets the win from the forfeit, they don't get paid either. So they were going to play this game regardless. But at the end of the day, you got to look at it as such. I want to get out there and show the best. I want you to play with your strength. I'm gonna play with my strength, and let the best man win. I think it just makes for a more even playing field if you allow it to happen.
Barrett, tonight too, I think there's going to be something to keep an eye on. That's going to be Sirianni's patience tonight, because 2 games I could take a benchmark to what the Bills did or had done to them by the Patriots, and then what I just saw on Saturday, what Frank Reich did to the Patriots. He kind of played Patriot football against the Patriots. They were steady. They managed first and second down so well. You and I know when you're a running team, first and second down, man, you've got to be 3rd and short. You can't be 3rd and 8 if you're a running football team. Is tonight also a little bit of a litmus test here for Sirianni. You know, I think he coughed up that game in the Meadowlands against the Giants. It's going to be something to keep an eye on too, right?
Yep. You're right about that, because there's no way we threw the ball as much. We should have thrown the ball as much as we did, especially against that defense. They should have ran the ball. That's why in the third quarter they ran the ball effectively, got back to playing. I was thinking Eagles football. You know, it's almost shifting. You know, I feel a shifting in the air. Look at the teams that are playing well. They're running the ball. I mean, the Patriots playing well. They ran the ball, only threw the ball 3 times. You look at what Cleveland's been doing. They've been running the ball. You look at the teams that have had success are running the ball more than they're passing the ball. And it's becoming a winning formula. The Eagles need to stick with this. You know, it's the trend, you know. When you have an offensive line like that, they may suffer a little bit from passing the ball, but if you can run the ball, come off the rock, and hit people in the mouth, why not do that? That's the most demoralizing thing. I know as a defensive lineman, when the team is like, you know, like when you play with Dallas. When Dallas was running the ball on people and they couldn't stop it, there was nothing that they could do that was wrong after that. Because now the playbook opens from this was to this much. They can run anything they want to run because you've established to run and you can run it at any time. I won a championship. I won a Super Bowl because we could run the ball. We knew if we wanted a first down, we get a ball to Busty 3 times, that was going to be a first down. No matter what the situation was. We're going to give the ball to Bettis, and our offensive lines will come off the rock, and we're going to hit people in the mouth, and Busty's going to get a first down after the 3rd time he touches the ball, period. It's nothing like that, man. So the Eagles, all right, it doesn't matter who they have a quarterback. If you can run the ball the way they've been running the ball, I could go back there and play quarterback. I can hand the ball off to you, and you can run and fall ahead for 5 yards. Now they're 3rd and manageable as opposed to being 3rd and long when they were trying to pass the ball.
Hey, a couple last questions for you here. I know you got a roll here, Barrett. I got to throw this at you too here. You know, I want to try to tell people a little bit about the NFL, and I'm going to take it behind the curtain here. I love the new rule. It reminds me of our days when, you know, hey, Sills, you got a concussion? No, I'm good. Okay, kind of now with the COVID, they're going like this now, right? Hey, man, you have any symptoms? No, I'm good. Don't worry about it. You know, I mean, it's like don't tell, don't ask kind of stuff again, right? I mean, do you see it that way too?
Is that you cough? No, that's not me coughing. That was the radio.
Why are you sweating? Oh, it's just hot. I came out of the sauna. It's good.
Don't ask. What was back in the day? You know, don't ask.
Yeah.
Don't tell.
Don't tell, man.
You know, hey, how many fingers am I holding up? It depends on what hand you're talking about. You know what I mean?
Hey, Barrett, I got to tell you. So, Barrett, I'm coming off the field one time just to show you. I went back in the game. I'm sitting there, man. I got rocked. I'm sitting there. We're in Atlanta, man. And my trainer comes over to me, goes, "Hey, Sills, what city we in?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, we're in Atlanta." He goes, "What else, man?" I go, "I like grapes in my salad." And the guy goes, and I went like I said. He goes like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, man." He goes, "You need to take a couple plays off, homeboy, man." Hey, a Ron Rivera. Same
thing happened to me.
Like that,
bro. I knew I was out because when I was hitting the ground, the only reason why I didn't fall because I was on top of somebody else. And I got up and they brought me to the huddle and they said, "Brooks, you all right? You all right?" Yeah, I'm all right. I promise you. All I heard was 2 jet on 3, and they. Guy McIntyre literally held me by my arm and brought me to the line of scrimmage. He said, "All right, get in your pass set." I got my pass stance, and then I played the play. I don't remember playing 3 plays in that game. And then I came to, all right, let's go. I know I was out, man. But, you know, you just played, man. You know, get some ice and ibuprofen. Get on back out there, bro. Get on back out there.
Absolutely. Hey, Ron Rivera, man, a type of football team that they're going to play tonight. I mean, disciplined kind of guy. Look at what Washington, too. They had a horrific start to their season, but they kind of pulled it around. Last week, they got off to a terrible start against Dallas. Still made it a football game. I don't know if it's Kyle Allen or a Tyler Heineke, but Ron Rivera always has those guys. What's that?
Neither one is the 13 quarterback to start. They didn't pass the protocol. They're not
Holy
playing.
cow, man. Really?
Yes. They're
can't lose this game.
Yeah, no question. I mean, let's go. You got a gift horse right now. They're going to run the ball. That's what Rivera's going to do. He's going to go back to old-fashioned football. Run the ball, play style defense. That's what wins championship. That's all they're going to see. The Eagles are going to have to stop the run. If they can stop the run, they'll stop the Washington football team. If they give them one inkling that they can play in this game, that's when it's going to be a problem because now they got a young quarterback that's going to feel confident, and once he gets that confidence, they can do some things. Let's erase all doubt. They got to go out there, hit them guys in the mouth, and stop the run, and that'll be the only way they win. But they cannot give this team any type of relief at any time. They just got to put the nail in the coffin early.
Finally here, I got to tell you, you were broadcasting and I was watching it and I was laughing, and I'm going to tell you why I was laughing. I heard you mention North Dakota a few times in Philly, and I'm going like, I kept thinking, because I remember what Reggie White said. Reggie got up to Green Bay and he goes, damn, even it helps White. He goes, and Barry, he goes,
I stuck out like a sore thumb.
I heard you broadcasting going, yeah, man, North Dakota, man. You brought up Philly a few times. I was like, man, I wonder what that is.
You were right. Hey, it was funny you say that, man, because even on the broadcast, man, I said, yep. And I stuck out like a sore thumb. You've got to play. Because I played in Green Bay too. You got to play for the Packers. You got to play for the Packers. Or you must be with ESPN. That's what they
oh, wait, you're from Appleton. You're not from Green Bay. You're from Appleton. Oh, okay.
Right. Look. They say, look, you should outlaw games in December at night. Period, point blank. A Monday night game in December in Green Bay, North Dakota, or anywhere past that Mason Dixie line, you're guaranteed to freeze to death, man. Guys would get so close to those heaters that they were burning their shoes up. The plastic in their shoes was melting. Their socks were almost melting, man. We don't like that cold, bro.
I hear you, man. Italians don't either, brother. Hey, man,
right, yeah.
Have a great broadcast, man. Thank
Appreciate
you so much for finding time, man. You're awesome to me, man. Awesome stuff.
Anytime you need me, man. I love being with you, man.
You love it. I love it too, man. Thank you so much, Barrett. Real cool. Yeah. I kept hearing Barrett talk about North Dakota, and he's like, yeah, North Dakota. I'm going like, oh, man. Hilarious. All right. Hey, guys, hit the like button. Okay. A little bit more Eagles and Washington. So we now learned a third-team quarterback is playing. My thoughts on that. Hit that like button again. Keep it right here on the National Football Show.
This is Joe Krause of Krause's Coats, inviting you to donate a slightly worn coat or jacket and help veterans stay warm this winter. Go to Krause's Coats on Facebook to help those who've served. Have a happy holiday.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass, free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. One free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
The city of Philadelphia sparkles during the Christmas holiday season with an array of colorful light displays and illuminated Christmas trees, donated or installed for free by the talented electricians of IBEW Local 98. To learn more about who we are, what we do, and career opportunities at IBEW Local 98, visit us at www.ibew98.org.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on three. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
As a hardworking American, you've never experienced how tough life can be until now. A catastrophic injury while working on the job. A personal injury from someone else's negligence. turned away by other law firms in the region who didn't bother to learn your story. It's time to meet the Fritz and Beyond Cooley Law Firm and managing partner Brian Fritz. Badly injured? Call the Fritz and Beyond Cooley Law Firm. Find out why they say, "We got this."
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
Welcome back. National Football Show, Dan Sileo. Please hit the like button. Gary says, looks like the stars are aligning for the Eagles. Hopefully they can evade a disaster. First two quarterbacks are out. You got a third team, nobody in there. Yeah. Daniel Jones is out now for the Giants. He's not going to play Sunday. Not that I thought anything of Daniel Jones. Yeah. 8-7 is a reality now. 8-7. In that Cowboy game at the Link. Oh, please let this football team have it. North of 500 record going into that game. Holy cow, the Link will explode. Dude. That place, you win 10 ball games? Nick Sirianni could be your NFL Coach of the Year. Rookie coach? I know they're earmarking that thing for Bill Belichick, but dude, first-year guy after the horrific start to this team, and all of a sudden he goes 10-7? Yeah, that might get that guy a lot of votes. John McMullen will join us in hour number 2 live from the stadium. That'll be at around 5:35 after the inactives come out. So we will talk to John, our very own John here of JAKIB Media, and get his thoughts live from the stadium. So we'll go to the link and get his comments. Real quick before I get into a little bit more on Sirianni here and back over to you guys too. See, Bruce Arians was asked a question today at a press conference about Antonio Brown rejoining the Bucs. This is after Goodwin has been lost for the season for the Buccaneers. They asked him a question. Do you know what makes Bruce Arians a great coach? He's an honest coach. Things have changed. He had a great year last year. He did things last year that made me change my perspective on him. He built up some equity with us, and we've had injuries this year. I don't give a shit what you think about what I'm doing. I'm doing what's in the best interest of the Buccaneers. Why can't more coaches be honest like that? Just tell the truth. I need them. We got injuries at key positions now. It's some of the skilled spots. I need Antonio Brown. Do you know over a 16-game season, Antonio Brown has 82 catches, 970 yards, and 10 touchdowns, and he only played in half the games. That guy is a game-changing player. So Arians is not going to let a guy like that hit the street. You imagine Green Bay picking him up? Why would that be something that Jason Light, the general manager, would ever contemplate doing? Just be honest with people. Okay? Just be honest. I need him. He's built himself up some equity here. Brady loves him. We love him. I think Perriman now is also on the COVID protocol. Just be honest, man. Corey says, yo, Sills, all Hurts got to do. Manage the game. Next 4 games. Doesn't have to do much. A.K.A. Carson Wentz. Dean says, no disrespect to Jalen, but holds us up to the Eastern Washington area. Excited to see Gardner get in there and tear it up for the Eagles. He may get a chance, Dean. Okay? He may get a chance. Okay? Hey, Dean, I think I said this a couple weeks ago. I believe I saw him at the Holiday Bowl, Gardner Minshew, when he was at Washington State. I was covering the Holiday Bowl, and I believe I actually interviewed him on my show when I was on a radio station in San Diego. They put him on. Okay. Steve says 10-7. As Mr. Wolf said, let's not start sucking. Hey, let's take one game at a time. Pro says Big Sills should do the show every day before a game. Get everybody fired up. Game day, man. You're playing guys, you're playing meaningful football. Holy cow, December meaningful football is so awesome. Haven't you missed it? Haven't you missed it? It's been a dry spell here, right? Got your team playing well. By the way, I'm not one of these guys that does this. Oh, they get to the postseason. You know that turd that talks in Philly. It's a one-win team. Maybe if they get the right matchup in the postseason, they have no chance. I love that guy. That's the guy that you throw off the boat if he's on the boat with Columbus and he's trying to search for the new world. There's no land. Throw that fucker off the boat. That's what I do. Throw that fucker off the boat. We got to have believers here, man. Let's go. Hey, you know that guy, man. I'm talking. I'm talking about that guy that's in your sales department or he's in your business. It's just not going to work. Guy, you know what? No disrespect, but I hate being around you. I hate being around guys like that. No idea is a bad idea. Okay? It may not work, but I'm not going to shut down somebody's creative thinking that may be something that we could use in a game plan. All ideas on the table, man, and we'll pick the 10 best ones. I don't want anyone ever to be shut down. Everyone's got a good opinion, okay? They just may not work for that particular situation. Flex says 41-6 Eagles. Hey, man, hold on here. I think I picked 27-17. I did, 27-17 Eagles. You think they're going to drop a 41 egg on them, huh? That's right, Yale. You never know what happens, man, when you got a team. When you got a football team that can run people off the carpet, you can win. Why do you think everybody's afraid of the Colts right now? Because the Colts play defense and run the ball. Why do you think people are afraid of San Francisco? San Francisco runs the ball and plays defense. Guys, I don't care how many yards you throw for. You just heard Barrett Brooks say the same thing. Dude, if I can run the ball on you, I got you. I got you. Pro says 38-14. Ugly Birds tonight, 24-16. Can't let Washington leave unless it's in a body bag on ice. Damn, I love that talk. Can't do that on the radio because snowflakes come in. What did you mean by body bags? I slept in one before when I went on a camping trip. You slept in a body bag? Yeah. It was very warm, actually, too. So you're saying we need body bags tonight for this game, Sileo? JAKIB Media, Sileo he's promoting death tonight of the players. What? Oh, that's right. The only competition that you've ever had is hopscotch. Okay? When your only competition in your life is you played a game of hopscotch, okay? Always remember the source. Most of those turds that are in the media have played jacks and hopscotch. That's their competitive history. I was the king champion in hopscotch. Oh, and double dutch, too. I was really great in double dutch. Double dutch? You mean Ali doing double dutch? No. Me and my friend Luigi. Oh, okay. After your game of like jacks and hopscotch. Most media people, right? Sileo said, stick him with a knife. Hit him in the balls. That was one of my rants back in the day. You need to fire him. Okay. Well, hopscotch was a big play in your neighborhood, I see. Jumping rope. Right? Playing marbles. That's the history of your competitive days. What were you the champion in, Sills? Well, national champion football player, played in the NFL, and I was a heavyweight champion in Europe in wrestling. What was yours? Well, I was the South Philly champion in hopscotch. There's no way they play hopscotch in South Philly. There's no way hopscotch is played in South Philly. No way. I'd rather have somebody go bocce-do-bocce, playing bocce ball. That's more competitive than hopscotch. Hugh says Eagles blow them out 31-10. Jumping rope. Oh, man. It's tremendous competition. Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, no, what's that thing, too? Rock, paper, scissors. That's another one. Good God almighty. Hopscotch is big in South Philly? I don't think so. I'm not thinking it is. Bocce ball, maybe. No way. Hey, man, your boy and B dropped 40 last night. You know what Xander said to me? Who cares? He goes like this. It's game day, Cells. I go and beat at 40-10 last night against the Celtics. He goes, I don't care. It's game day. John McMullen's coming on, man. Okay? Just know that. I'm like, all right. Second hour, we're good. Hey, right? You sound like my crazy uncle. Thanks, Carl. After a couple Coronas, I sound like, hey, Big Sil sounds like Carl's crazy uncle. Great. Thank you. Hey, I'm assuming that's a compliment. Okay? Look at that Paisan name. Vaselli. How you doing? Hurts the ball out. Paul says 40 burger coming tonight, baby. Oh, by the way, Devonta Smith. I know, right, pro? Sadly, the Sixers do need that stiff Simmons. I hate that, man. Dude, McMullen Mafia, man. Hey, John, man. People love John. People love John. I love John. I see the Flyers game is oh my God, that snowflake NHL. I'm so disappointed in them. Postponing their games. Holy cow, man. They fall in line right with that sorry-ass NBA. Give me a break, man. NFL, get this. The NFL doesn't cancel shit. SEC doesn't cancel shit. The NBA and the NHL. How about the NHL, though, doing something cool? They're not going to the winter games because it's in China. You'll never see the NBA do that. Okay? You'll never see that happening. Absolutely not. Devonta Smith's game this year has been what, guys? Flex says, Big Sills, if I ever own a team, you're the first person I want to hire as head coach. Yeah, because you know what I would do, Flex? I would hire people that knew more than me. Okay? Always know that. I'm not a pretender. I don't know shit about that. I can't do it. I'm not a very good liar. I can't lie. That's why I'm not good in broadcasting when it comes to playing the game like everyone else does. They're all liars. They all lie to get ahead. Not very good at it. I'm not a really good bullshit artist. I've not been good at it. Okay? A lot of people that have gone on to do more money things than me. Yeah, those guys are all good connivers. I'm not very good at it. You know, you see what you get here. Smith needs to get 1,000 yards this year. Paul, how do you think his season has gone? I know a lot of that is dictated on the quarterback too and the offensive play calling. So it's really hard to get an assessment. But if I'm looking back on Devonta Smith and them drafting him, they drafted a guy they kind of use. You know how you have like a 63 split window coupe Corvette in the garage and you take it out when it's really sunny and it's really great? That's what I feel like with Devonta. He's a split window coupe that I take out on great weather days. I use sometimes, but not all the time. You know what I mean? I mean, it just seems that, like I said at the beginning of the year, okay, he's a great player. Potential is there. I'll take that back. He's a really good player with the potential to be a great player. But I'm doing this. I don't know, man. They haven't really developed him this year. I mean, look at a kid, Jamar Chase in Cincinnati. That guy is going to be he's going to be a superstar, and you see him and Joe Burrow connecting and all that. And Hurts knows Smith. So I'm like, Sizzle says this, B+ for Smith. Okay, I'm all right with that. Jeremiah says Smitty will be fine if we utilize him right. Man, I wish he was a little bigger. I'd put him on punt return. I'd like to see that guy in open space on a punt return, wouldn't you? You imagine Devonta Smith on a punt return? Wow. NZ, love you, Dan. Can't fucking wait till this afternoon. This has been such a great week, riddled with football. It's all good, man, huh? Christmas week, it's all great. Absolutely. All right. Got to get to hour 2 here. John McMullen's going to join us live from the link. That'll be at 5:35 Eastern time. Please hit the like button. Guys, what a great Christmas present today. Think of it that way. It's a great Christmas present. It's an extra football day for us. It's got everything to do with the Eagles, too. Keep it right here on the National Football Show.
This is Joe Krause of Krause's Coats, inviting you to donate a slightly worn coat or jacket and help veterans stay warm this winter. Go to Krause's Coats on Facebook to help those who've served. Have a happy holiday.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass, free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. One free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
The city of Philadelphia sparkles during the Christmas holiday season with an array of colorful light displays and illuminated Christmas trees, donated or installed for free by the talented electricians of IBEW Local 98. To learn more about who we are, what we do, and career opportunities at IBEW Local 98, visit us at www.ibew98.org.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
As a hardworking American, you've never experienced how tough life can be until now. A catastrophic injury while working on the job. A personal injury from someone else's negligence. Turned away by other law firms in the region who didn't bother to learn your story. It's time to meet the Fritz & Bianculli Law Firm and managing partner Brian Fritz. Badly injured? Call the Fritz & Bianculli Law Firm. Find out why they say, "We got this."
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
Hour 2, National Football Show, Dan Sileo. Welcome aboard. Please hit the like button. Awesome first hour, fast first hour. Barrett Brooks was in the first hour. John McMullen will be in this hour live from Lincoln Financial. Also tomorrow at 4:30, Mike Quick from the broadcast team of the Eagles will join us right here on the National Football Show. Hugh, gefilte fish and matzo balls? That's what you're watching the Eagle game with? All right. Hey, by the way, man, I had to eat those. You know why? I was dating this absolutely smoking Jewish girl. She took me home to her family, and I ate it, and I loved it. And she's like, "Oh, you like it?" I go, "Oh, yeah." Oh, yeah. My grandfather's like, "You had gefilte fish?" I go, "Dad, you had to see her." You had to see her, Dad. So the Coronas are going to be going tonight, man. Hey, and by the way, I'm almost ready to do, because it's game day, a Stone Cold Steve Austin with the beers like that, right? Right? Oh, yeah. Hey, hang on. Nick, Eastside, JAKIB Sports Philly. You had to see her. Hey, Dan, would you like to have gefilte fish and some matzo balls? Knowing I've never had it. Yeah, sure. Love it. Had it all the time. I actually liked it. And my grandpa goes like this when I got home. It was just up in New Haven, too. No, East Hartford. And my grandpa goes, "You ate that?" And I go, "Dad, you had to see her, man. She's like 6 feet and smoking." Easy, Pasquale. Easy. We're a family show here. Easy. JAKIB Sports Philly, the things we do for love. Thank you very much, right? Hall & Oates. Not that I'm a fan, but hey, for some reason that stuck in my mind. All right, let me throw this at you here. Real quick before we get back into the game here. You see what Bill Belichick did today when he apologized to the media? Priorities, Jeremiah. Yes. Did you see what he said? Never in the history of his coaching has he ever done this. Well, I just want to apologize to the media for me being short, and it was just an awful game, and you guys didn't have anything to do with it, but it was just a horrible football game. We had so many problems. Bill Belichick apologizing to the media. Why do you think he did that? Can I tell you why I say he did that? Why do you think Bill Belichick apologized to the media? Some would say, well, maybe he wants to get some coaching votes for Coach of the Year. He's in line to get it. Okay? Oh, Nick. Nick, the only impression I do that's good is the Hulkster. What are you going to do when Hulkamania runs wild on you, brother? Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm like the American Idol. Maybe I hear it in my ear. What are you going to do when these pythons go nuts on you, right, Nick? Nick, you can have Stone Cold, but when the Hulkster gets these grips around you, it's night out. Ask Andre. Why do you guys think he did that? Jeremiah. Okay. Hey, by the way, no reviews on that, too. Thank you. Why do you think he did that? Dean says, he says you better fix it. No, you know what I think he did? I think it's a shot at Brady. Because Brady throwing the tablet, Brady MFing Dennis Allen, the interim coach for the Saints, right? Belichick wanted to look better to the media because Tom just came out of a weekend where people were going, Brady's throwing a tablet, he's throwing a temper tantrum. But there's one thing we've learned, that both those guys are awful losers. Right? B. Lizzle, eat your vitamins and say your prayers and make sure when the Hulkster's out there, you give the big Hulkster a big rousing cheer. Go get him, brother. It's terrible. I know. It's all good. Yeah, Big Bill's like, hey, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I know you guys got a job to do. Yeah, okay. All right. Whose guns are bigger? The Hulksters or Big Sills? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Remember, this is 600 pounds right here, Junior. How you doing? Wants to make the Hall of Fame. Oh, come on, man. Come on, brother. Watch soy boys cry about Brady throwing a piece of plastic made by a woke company, Microsoft. Hey, Birdman, I know. Did he throw a Microsoft? That's Bill Gates. That's Gates and those guys, I mean, Paul Allen, remember? They built the damn thing in a garage. Yeah, okay. I know a guy who did methamphetamines in his garage, too. That don't mean shit to me. 24-inch pythons. Great. Okay. Yeah, Bill's apologizing. Bill's apologizing to the media now. Boy, people change, don't they? Yes, I'm so sorry. And, Hey, by the way, before we move on to the game again, our Philly, Patriots, Buccaneer, Packer, are all of those fans relishing in the fact that New York football blows out loud? Are you guys loving this? The Jets and the Giants are a complete train wreck. Are you guys loving this? I've never in my life seen both the Giants and the Jets suck so bad. Okay? Hey, Ken, you hate to lose? Anybody who likes losing or a good sport or sportsmanship, I'll show you a waiter. Okay? I'll show you a waiter. Talk to me about being a good loser and being a good sport. Hey, sportsmanship. Shit, sportsmanship. We've got to show the kids. Okay. I'm a horrible loser. I pout. I'm angry. I'm short with people. I don't really want to talk to you. I'm shocked I'm in the media. That's why people go like this. I've been doing this 33 years now. And people are like, I can't believe you got into media because you hated everything about it. People ask me a question after a loss. I'm like, get the fuck out of my face. People are like, Jimmy Johnson, swear to you, goes, should I tell the stories about you telling people to go? No. There's a guy down in South Florida named Greg Cody, man. I almost beat him up one day. He said some shitty thing to me, and I looked at him and I went, you know what, guy? We lost one game in 38 games. You're giving me shit about one game we lose by 4 points, correct? Yeah, well, I'm like, shut up, dude. Oh, I got in big trouble for that. Big trouble. You can't tell a media guy, Dan, to shut the F up. I'm like, well, I did. I love New York. Not. Guys, please make sure you hit that like button. How big of an impact is the loss of Dickerson? NZ, great call, man. That's a great take there. Huge. You're trying to build continuity in your O-line. The number one unit in all of professional football that has to have continuity is your O-line. How many times have you seen defenses and how many times have you seen teams can slug another guy in on a defensive front, a front seven, a linebacker, or whomever, and you kind of don't miss a beat? When you take a cog out of your offensive line, that takes a lot of continuity out of it. Okay? That takes a lot of continuity. So we'll see if it's going to be a fact. Personally, the amount of losses that Washington has on that side of the ball, hey, man, I find out who their second and third team guys are, and I run the rock right at them. JAKIB Sports Philly, huh? B. Lizzle, Big Sills broke up a fight at Thanksgiving over spades. That's how competitive our family is. You broke up that? That's great. I love spades, man. That's a fun game. That and Tonk. Man, I love those two games. Jerome Brown taught me Tonk. I knew how to play spades. But, he taught me Tonk. Big game for Jalen. Gaming. This is the biggest game of his career tonight. Absolutely, man. MJP goes, what's your over-under on rushes tonight? Great take. Guys, hey, Xander, put that up. Eagles win the game if they have this amount of carries tonight. I wrote down 45. 45. I think it's 45 tonight. That's right. Hey, dude, that is a great take, Chalk It Up Sports Philly. It is exactly like a waltz. Every step matters. B. Lizzle, 30 carries may not be enough to take down that Washington team. I know they're starting 30 to 20. Okay? Hey, this comes parachuting in from Xander. Because our quarterback blows, we have to throw it 45 times. Hey, MJP, you must have been reading Xander's mind there. 45, got to run the ball 45 times. Okay? Got to run it tonight. Run them off the field, man. Why give yourself an opportunity to have a turnover tonight? Eliminate it. And by the way, even if your first two series are non-productive, just don't have minus yardage. You can't have minus yardage in a turnover. And your first 21 scripted plays, there better be 80% and north of 80%. Okay? North of 80% when it comes to runs. Got to have it. Got to have it. Got to have it, guys. Smile says Rigger's ready. And I'm assuming that's sarcastically saying that. He's ready. He's ready for what? A pot pie? What's he ready for? Hey, man, I almost said something so awful, and I won't. I won't, man. You know that COVID list? No, man, let me just leave it there. I don't want to sound like anybody. I don't want to sound like Jesse Waters right now. I'm just going to leave it there. Let me go. Smile, you're the only fan of Rager. Gaming, you think Rager has a solid game too? Really? When has he had a solid game all year? But tonight against Washington, he has one. Why? Because the entire Washington defense has been decimated? Hopefully he pops off. What gets thrown out? Yeah, Eastside Monster. Hey, after 3 years tonight, JR's ready to rock, baby. JR's going to go out and get 127 yards in receiving yards, 3 touchdowns, 14 catches. This guy's going to look like freaking T.O. tonight. Yeah, baby. After 3 years, I've been saving it up for one game against a depleted Washington Redskin team on a Tuesday night in Philly. Yeah, baby. I can't even keep a straight face with that. I can't. Havoc says, what are our chances at realistically making the playoffs? You win this game tonight, and you don't have a quarterback on Sunday for the Giants, and you're 8-7? I think awesome. Birdman says Rager ain't doing shit tonight. Oh, wow. Hey, now that's a take. You just went out on a WIP limb. Okay? That is right there a take that you would only get on the Fanatic and WIP. right there. Jalen Reagor ain't doing shit tonight. Hey, Birdman, I love you, man. I ain't roasting you, man. What are you, crazy? And here in the afternoon on WIP Radio, and we go to the end, and Jalen Reagor will not have a good game tonight. Back in 2. Whoa. That was a far limb, man. Holy cow, that guy's way out there. Ben Simmons sucks. Another great take. Oh, man. 45 carries tonight. 45 carries because the quarterback is no. Here, hey. If he starts struggling, man, we started the show off with this topic. Hey, Jeremiah, I got to always be careful with sarcasm because my friend Tony Bruno, they couldn't take sarcasm like on Twitter, and they kind of shut his doors down. So sarcasm is something that you have to be careful for because did Sileo say stab him? Oh, my God, he said body bag game. Yeah, I did. Yo, you need to be in the principal's office. Oh, I used to get called in the principal's office all the time, a.k.a. program directors. Did you say you're going to put a guy in a body bag? I went, yeah, I did. Well, why would you put a guy in a body bag? Well, that's just kind of how people talk. Nobody puts really any. Have you ever heard of an NFL player in a body bag after a game? No, but the innuendo. Okay, Snowflake. That's why Big Sills didn't get along too well with too many radio guys. How many people have been put in a body bag after a football game? Well, not in the stands at the vet, not going there or anything, but I'm talking on the field. Well, I'm sure there's some. No, kid. Go back to programming college radio. I'll hook you up. Let's do like the Patriots, only throw 3 times. Akhtar, then you're going to get people like Xander and everyone else going, man, we have no quarterback, even though you win the game. Even though you win the game. A couple years ago, you guys beat Atlanta. On Monday, everybody in Philly's going, you see how sorry that offense looked? You won. I don't care. Oh, okay. What are you, crazy, man? Nobody cares about style points right now. What did I tell you a couple weeks ago? December football is usually ugly football because teams are grinding it out because of injuries. Now you got COVID added into this stupid thing. Carl says, watch the socialist snowflakes. I got to watch my algorithm things or something, because, yeah, Big Sills. Really, I'm not affiliated with any party. I love, what my party is? America. I tell everybody I root for America. I don't root for any party. I don't root for anybody that's in Washington. I hate both of them or 3 of them, whatever. Can't stand them all. I don't like liars. Eagles got to give Washington participation ribbons after this game. It would be hilarious. Oh, just go like this. Guys, thanks for showing up to the link. You know how you do like in a rugby game or in a soccer game? You have these like medals you give out like this. Washington. I know you guys are really depleted. Here's your medal. Thanks for showing up, man. Here it's a great medal. It's a medal with, the city of Philadelphia on it. And on the other side, it says, kiss my ass. Would that not be a great Philadelphia medal to give somebody? Great city of Philly on there, right? One of your favorite landmarks, right? And on the back, it says, kiss my ass on the way out of town. Yeah, right? Just kiss my ass. Just, hey, by the way, when you're leaving, kiss our ass. How you doing? All right. Hey, listen, I want to take a time out because we're going to catch up with John McMullen, and we're going to get him live from Lincoln Financial. Give us the latest. So we'll catch up with him. Back to you. Give me some scores here in a couple minutes here, what you think the game is tonight. How much do you think the delay, the postponement will hurt the Eagles or help the Eagles? We'll hit on some of that tonight. And again, a little bit more on the game plan on what I think they have to do. It's not complicated. Guys, do me a favor. Please hit that like button. Guys have been spectacular. Don't forget programming note 2. John in a couple minutes. Tomorrow we will also have Mike Quick on with us to break down what happens in tonight's game too. So you keep it right here on the National Football Show.
This is Joe Krause of Krause's Coats inviting you to donate a slightly worn coat or jacket and help veterans stay warm this winter. Go to Krause's Coats on Facebook to help those who've served. Have a happy holiday.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. 1 free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
The city of Philadelphia sparkles during the Christmas holiday season with an array of colorful light displays and illuminated Christmas trees, donated or installed for free by the talented electricians of IBEW Local 98. To learn more about who we are, what we do, and career opportunities at IBEW Local 98, visit us at www.ibew98.org.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
As a hardworking American, you've never experienced how tough life can be until now. A catastrophic injury while working on the job. A personal injury from someone else's negligence. Turned away by other law firms in the region who didn't bother to learn your story. It's time to meet the Fritz & Bianculli Law Firm and managing partner Brian Fritz. Badly injured? Call the Fritz & Bianculli Law Firm. Find out why they say, we got this.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
Welcome back, National Football Show. You know why I'm shaking my head? Just Mike. We'll get Randall on. He's a preacher in Vegas now. Okay? He's a preacher in... Okay? He goes like this. Let me just tell you this, man. Okay, Xander, let me tell you what my wife just told me. She's been listening to me now for a couple months, talking to people in Philadelphia now. She goes, hey, and take this the right way, everyone. Hey, just think. You finally found a city that you can join all the assholes in. I'm going, what does that mean? She's like, you found a city that's just like you. I'm like, you think? She's like, absolutely. Sarcastic. Tell you when you're a loser. And they'll love you. She goes, you finally found, after all these years talking in San Francisco, in Los Angeles, Tampa, Miami, right? Dallas. She goes like this, you finally found a city where you just fit in with the rest of the assholes. And I'm like, Well, is that a compliment? She's like, I don't know either. And I'm going like, well, I love it. I'd move there. She's like, of course you would move there. Of course you would move there. They got South Philly. These people talk like you. They act like you. People in New York don't act like this. See, people in New York hate their life. Okay? You ever notice? When you go up to New York, everybody up there hates their life. People in Philly don't hate their life. They just hate when their sports teams lose. Oh, Paul, you guys are, man. Hey, you guys are. Absolutely. Hey, no one like us. We don't care. I love that attitude, too. It's my favorite. Hey, what did Xander just tell me 2 minutes ago? Suck it, dork. That's love. You have to understand something. That's a sign of love. When somebody says that to me, that's a sign of love. Oh, man, we got a special day, though, man. Football. Watch this. See what I just did to you guys? This is what the coaches and the players have to go through. Okay? You have to start doing this. Man, what a great opportunity for us to play football today. Okay, what a great – Jeff says, I'll take the underdog role every time. That's me, Jeff. I'm an underdog, Jeff. Maybe that's why it fits. Because I am an underdog. I just outwork your ass. I do my job and don't take days off. And I'll outwork your ass. That's my life. You give me a door. Remember this, guys. Small doorways lead to big rooms sometimes. That's been my philosophy my entire life. How many times have you had that one little small door open in your lives and it led to big rooms? Right? Led to grand opportunities. Everybody thinks when you open the door, you're supposed to see a large ballroom. Well, not every time, bro. You know, you had that small opportunity when people give it to you. And then you dive through and you're like, holy shit, man, the world is my oyster here on this. That's right, Paul. And that's what the Eagles have. They have a small doorway right now that could lead to a large room. That's right, Hugh. Man, do I hate Buttercup. Don't ever talk sports in California. Holy Jesus, man, it's the worst. They don't have a backbone. Guy sucks. He makes $300,000. They look for excuses. Me, guy makes $300,000. He needs to have his ass kicked. Okay? Dan Sileo. Thank you, Nick. I started talking shit on Manny Machado because Machado was hitting 218. Guys making $300,000 a year. First time they ever signed a $300 million player. Man, you can't be that hard on. I'm like, why? Guess who's paying for them tickets, Junior? You think it's the owners? You're paying for it at the gate. Bryce Harper blows, and he doesn't carry his baseball team to a World Series. I don't care how many MVP awards he wins. I think it's great he won that award. I do. But now it's time to get the big trophy. I want the parade. You don't get parades, right? You don't get parades and T-shirts and hats for winning an MVP award. I want the ticker tape. I want the chicks. I want to see like Chris Long and Kelsey sitting there gunning beers. Remember what I told you in hour one, guys? Football is it's a homework assignment that everybody's involved in. It's not like SATs. This is a group test. It's a group test. And this has always been a mistake by some teams. Just because you know your job doesn't mean your guy next to you lined up knows his job. Getting everybody knowing their jobs, it's everybody in the room and in the village's responsibility to get people all on the same page. We're all cheating on the same exam here. We're all preparing for the same test. Everybody's input matters. It's not SATs. Well, I got my test right. That's not what team sports is about, dog. That's not what winning football is. Sills, I need a quote from Patton before game time. Don't ever tell me that dying for your country wins a war. Make the other guy die for his country. Wade into them. I watched that movie last night. It's funny you would say that. One of my favorite people on our network is John McMullen. He's live from Lincoln Financial with us right now, giving us an update on who's active, who's not. There's been a lot of news coming around this game, and as it's been postponed, as all know, to today here. John, thank you so much, man. What's the latest on who's going to play and who's not going to play in tonight's Washington-Philadelphia game?
Well, Dan, I think the biggest news would be obviously the starting quarterback for the Washington football team, and it is going to be Garrett Gilbert. Starting for Washington, not the best case scenario. Taylor Heineke and Kyle Allen were both unable to get through COVID protocols this afternoon. So it's going to be Garrett Gilbert, who they signed, last week off the New England practice squad. So obviously that's not optimal from their standpoint. And very similar to what went on, if you think about it, in Cleveland last night with Nick Mullins. It's a really uphill battle. But, you also look at Cleveland and how affected they were with COVID, and also Chicago and how they were affected. And both of those teams were able to be in the games, at least be somewhat competitive. And Washington has to go forth in that way. But I'll also say, remember who won those games at the end of the day, even though it probably wasn't impressive from Las Vegas' standpoint or Minnesota's, they were still able to win the game, because when you're down as many people as the Washington football team is, it's going to be difficult. There's no way around it.
John, couple questions here on tonight's game, too. Do you believe that this is Jalen Hurts' biggest game in his Eagle career?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at this game, Dan, it's really a de facto playoff game, and the fact that the loser, at least you look at these projection sites and prediction sites, and whoever loses this game is really, really up against it from a potential playoff scenario. Their possibilities drop from 30+% down to the under 10%. So effectively, it's not a literal must-win game, but it's certainly as close to that as possible. So you can imagine, if you're the starting quarterback for the Eagles and you lose a game you're supposed to win easily, you're going to hear about it. So there is a lot of pressure on number one today, because he needs to get this team over the hump by hook or by crook.
John, I would also say this. You could throw this into the equation, because you just said, you're right, it's a playoff game tonight. Do you think that Jalen's going to have a short leash? Again, injuries are playing a factor in this question as well, because going into it, I think it's been 23 days since he played in an active NFL ball game. So, I mean, this has added into the dynamic here. But if the game is close, but they see Jalen struggling, do you think it's going to be a short leash to go to Gardner Minshew to try to get them across the finish line tonight?
I don't think it is going to be a short leash, because one of the reasons why is because in the past, Jalen Hurts has had these games where he's a very unique player. He's got an ability to sort of almost have that great cornerback mentality that they can forget a bad play and keep moving forward. If you go back to the Carolina game, for example, he played very, very poorly in the first half of that game. And he came out in the second half and he made enough plays to get the Eagles over the top. So he does have the rare ability to keep going, keep grinding, even against the New York Giants, which was his last game. It's probably his worst game as a starter. he was able to put the team in a position to potentially win the game at the end. You had a couple drops from Jalen Reagor. He's got that unique ability. But the second part, Dan, is I don't think Washington is going to be able to run away. So if you're sitting there and saying, okay, if you're down 17-3 at halftime, maybe you think about going to Gardner Minshew to try to save your season. I don't think Washington in their current status is capable of getting out to that type of lead. So I don't think it's going to be a concern because they're never going to be that far out of it, even if they play poorly.
John, two last questions. Sunday, and not to look too far ahead here, we're talking about Washington, obviously, and 60 minutes of football. But, boy, the Stars couldn't be lining up any better, could they? I mean, you got a depleted Washington team, and now it's come out today that Daniel Jones has been lost for the season for the Giants. So you're going to have a football team that's going to be wobbling when it comes to putting another quarterback in on Sunday. There's a great chance here, within the matter of the next 7 days here, that the Eagles could be, 8-7 here. I mean, it's all lined up for them right now, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree with that. I said, forget about their A game. If they bring their B- game, they're going to be 8-7 by Sunday because of what is in front of them. Obviously, Washington's a good team, not a great team when they're healthy, but they have, now at 15 guys on the COVID list. They're just too. There's too much attrition there. And as you mentioned, the New York Giants are probably going to go with Jake Fromm at quarterback in his first NFL start. So, it doesn't get much easier from an NFL perspective. Can't look ahead. You got to handle your business, but everything is aligning. And then you look at it, people say Minnesota has the inside track on that last playoff spot. Well, they do, but they also have the Los Angeles Rams and the Green Bay Packers on their schedule. And the Saints have an inside track after upsetting the Buccaneers. But they have Taysom Hill starting at quarterback. So even though they have some winnable games on their schedule, it's hard to imagine Taysom Hill winning 4 straight games. So the Eagles definitely have an opportunity here.
Finally, John, what kind of crowd tonight, man? It's a Tuesday night. It's kind of an off day for NFL fans and, not usually scheduled there. Are we expecting to see a good crowd tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's Philadelphia, and it's a passionate football city. It is going to be interesting. The Flyers were supposed to play at the same time, and the NHL canceled that game because Washington had some COVID protocols from that standpoint. I'm not sure. I think they're playing one. Don't quote me on that. But so they had some COVID protocol issues in that, so they canceled that game. There was supposed to be a huge traffic jam here in South Philadelphia. It didn't turn out to be because of that. Eagles fans will show up. They might leave a little bit early because they got work tomorrow, but they'll show up.
Always do, man. Hey, John, have a great time tonight, man. Let's see if we get a win tonight. I appreciate you doing this, brother. Thank you, John.
All right. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
You got it, John McMullen, our own John McMullen, here on the JAKIB Media Live from Lincoln Financial. You guys will show up, really? Timothy says we run the ball down their throat. Hey, you know what? Watch this. Here's the game plan. When you have a John Gruden playbook, it's like this thick, right? It's that thick, right? Tonight, here's the game plan. Watch this for the Eagles. 3 pages. It's all and all runs. And by the way, even though Xander said it's because the quarterback stinks, guys, if I had Tom Brady and my offensive line, and what do you think Tom Brady would do with the Eagle football team? If he had that O-line, he would take Leonard Fournette, like he did in the Super Bowl against Kansas City, and he would run the ball. Tom Brady's going to run the ball. I know everyone's like, well, he owns every passing record. He owns every passing record because he, for the majority of his career, has always had a fabulous running game. The years that Brady hasn't had really great statistical years, It's been the years that New England didn't have good running attacks or their defense was weak against the run. Chalk it up, Sports Philly. Philly would show up in a damn blizzard. No stopping us, man. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. What about your mayor stopping you? You know it's COVID. Social distancing. That snowflake mayor of yours. Did I say that? I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Hey, it's the link, man. Ain't no politics there. Hey, Paul, what's your keys tonight? Beer and running game. Beer and running game. All right. We're going to put a bow on this bad puppy. We're going to talk a little bit more about what has to happen and how I see this baby playing out. Hit the like button, guys. We really appreciate you doing that. You keep it right here on the National Football Show.
This is Joe Krause of Krause's Coats, inviting you to donate a slightly worn coat or jacket and help veterans stay warm this winter. Go to Krause's Coats on Facebook to help those who've served. Have a happy holiday.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass, free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. One free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
The city of Philadelphia sparkles during the Christmas holiday season with an array of colorful light displays and illuminated Christmas trees, donated or installed for free by the talented electricians of IBEW Local 98. To learn more about who we are, what we do, and career opportunities at IBEW Local 98, visit us at www.ibew98.org.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on three. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
As a hardworking American, you've never experienced how tough life can be until now. A catastrophic injury while working on the job. A personal injury from someone else's negligence. Turned away by other law firms in the region who didn't bother to learn your story. It's time to meet the Fritz & Bianculli Law Firm and managing partner Brian Fritz. Badly injured? Call the Fritz & Bianculli Law Firm. Find out why they say, we got this.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
Welcome aboard, National Football Show, Dan Sileo. Biggest game of Jalen Hurts' career tonight. And I would be in favor of yanking his ass if he's sucking out loud at halftime and the team is still in. You got to win this ball game, man. This has got nothing to do with people's feelings getting hurt. I don't care if your butt hurt, man. It's got nothing to do with it's got everything to do with winning, man. Got to win this ball game. Got to win the ball game. Set the tone. Drop the hammer. Start fast. You know, the one thing that I do not like about how Sirianni meanders into games, and they like meander into games, slow starts. I hate teams that have slow starts. And you know what? That usually is a sign of a poorly coached team. Because the teams that start fast, they practice game tempo all the time in practice. That's why when they get into the game, they understand game tempo. Jimmy Johnson said it flat out. That was one of the keys to his success. We played every single day of our life like it was a football game, because then it becomes common to you. You can't just flip a switch on Sunday, guys. Everything's got to have a sense of urgency to it. How many times you see teams, they're down 10, you're like, this team just starts slow. That's because the coach ain't preparing them for game tempo, game speed. It catches them off guard. Then they catch up with the game. Before you know it, you're down 10. You're down 10. Start fast. Run the ball. This is not rocket science tonight. Do you know what I would do too, man? I would find every guy that's a second and third team guy on that Washington team, and I'd run the ball right at them. Let's see if they're prepared. Don't try to be fancy and throw. There's no reason to throw the ball in this game over 20 times. No reason. No reason to throw. By the way, I'd be good with a 14-13 win. Some of you out there be like, well, it's too close. I don't care. By the end of the year, if you're 10-7, no one's going to go back and go, well, you know, we hung on by our short hairs there in that game against Washington. You know, it's like, oh, who cares? These are the kind of football games that, you know what happens? I see some of you saying that too. These are the kind of football games that you roll into. We got this. It's funny. People were talking to me about Patton. When you've got someone down, no empathy. Don't have empathy. Kill that team. Wade into that team. Finish that team. Run them off the field. You know, one of the great moments in Eagle history was the ending of that Super Bowl against the Patriots. It was to the point where Philly had done this to New England. Can't stop them. Can't stop them. It's over. You made a Bill Belichick team surrender just by continuing to pound the rock, pound the rock, pound the rock, pound the rock, pound the rock. I don't give a shit what the circumstances are. Pound the rock, pound the rock, pound it. Well, we're going to throw. You know what I would do in that huddle too, man? If a play came in and we were going to do some Mickey Mouse play, one of them stupid RPOs, I'd look over at Jalen Hurts and go, you run that play, man, I'm going to kick you in the nuts. Don't run that play. You know better than that. Put it in our hands. I don't want to put the game in the hands of Jalen. I want to put the game in the hands of the O-line. That game belongs in the hands of that offensive line. They're the number one running attack in the National Football League. Act like it. How many times do you see teams do this? You do something so great. By the way, wasn't that a really great coaching job by Frank Wright this past Saturday? People told Frank, you ain't running on New England. You know what he said? We'll see. No. New England's got the number one defense in the NFL. I don't care what you think. I got the number one running back right now in the NFL. All respect to the king, but I got the number one back right now. And Philly, don't you do this? That team represents who we are. No fancy passing, no Philly specials. blue-collar dudes showing up, second-round quarterback. We sucked early in the year. Well, here we are. Now you got to beat me. Or one of my favorite lines. You're at the link tonight? Now's you can't leave. Now's you can't leave. NZ says, Dan, I want to win the toss, receive the kickoff, run down their throat, 15 consecutive plays. Oh, that'd be a wet dream, dude. That'd be an absolute fantasy. That'd be exactly what you want to do. Make them stop you. I don't even know who's starting for them at quarterback. Nor do I care, actually. I don't care. Well, this guy here, they got to – great. I don't care if they bring Joe Theismann out of retirement. Eastside Monster says Jalen 2 passes, 2 TDs. Okay, that could probably be. What's this? Jalen Hurts, 150 yards, 3 touchdowns. All right, that's great. Perfect. That means we had 250 yards rushing. You will never see a team get their ass handed to them if they run the ball for over 200 yards. You will always see a team that if you throw for 500 yards or 400 yards, those teams consistently get beat. Garrett Gilbert is the starting quarterback? Who is that? Garrett Gilbert. I'll tell you this, man. If the Eagles lose to Garrett Gilbert, Nick Sirianni should have his ass roasted tomorrow. Okay? If you do stupid stuff in this game against Garrett Gilbert and Gilbert and Sullivan tonight, or whomever the hell it is, hey, man, I'll tell you what. I'd beat somebody up tonight, man, if we get beat in this game. Played for the Cowboys. Wonderful. Great. So he must be good, right? Not. Slay's like licking his chops. Dude, they're not going to throw the ball either. Washington's not going to throw the ball. Garrett Gilbert in the 5th. Yeah, right? Is he related to Jason Garrett? Oh, no, that's the last name. I don't care. I don't care who you roll out there. Mark Rippon. Right? Then again, always remember Daniel Snyder owns the thing, so don't worry about it. Jeremiah says that's what we said about Brady. Right? And then he gets beat by Nicky. Little Nicky Foles. And how about Tyler Huntley, too, man? But that kid, man, he was great. We don't need to risk Jalen. Let him heal long term. Then you got him against the Giants with no Daniel Jones on Sunday. I don't want to get ahead of it. I don't want to get there. I'm with you, man. Start fast. I'm going to go over it one more time here. What do you think Hurts' stats will be? 14 to 20, 185 yards. All dink and dunks. Maybe a TD run. Something like that. I think he's got 695 yards rushing going into the game. I say 27-17. These divisional games are always close. I do not believe in blowouts in these divisional games. The question is going to be the kind of game plan Sirianni has put together for second and third string Washington guys. You know what I mean? You can't miss this opportunity. And the defense, again, I don't care who you're prepared for. You've got to be prepared for the notion that because there is this kid Gilbert in there, okay, that they're going to run the ball as many times as they possibly can. This is a very simple game plan. Nothing crazy. Kent says 21-13 Birds. Okay, 21-13 Birds. All right, guys. Should be a great night tonight, man. I'm looking forward to it. Guys, please do me a favor. Hit the like button. You guys have been really awesome today. Show flew by, right? Mike Quick is going to join us tomorrow at 4:30, and he's going to give us his spin on this football game. I think it'll be a great crowd tonight. Like I said, 27-17. I've got the Eagles winning this ball game. Guys, I think this is going to be something that is all lining up here for Philadelphia here, guys. Okay? Then you got the Giants on Sunday without the starting quarterback in the building. That's pretty good stuff tonight, man. Should be interesting. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. You guys are awesome. We love every single one of you guys, man. Hey, don't forget the post-game show, too, here on JAKIB. They'll have you wall-to-wall covered. We'll be back tomorrow, 4 to 6 Eastern, and we'll see you on the flip side.